You know, I'm beginning to think that the people of Brazil really like Sonic the Hedgehog. In the last year, I've covered a lot of Sonic-themed stories and history, which all share one thing in common. They originate from Brazil. On the one hand, we have the TV show Play Game, which not only had its own unique Sonic game, but was also responsible for creating the gatekeeper of the Green Hell Zone, Brazilian Eggman.
4.000 pontos.
A giant Dr. Robotnik mascot costume, complete with flashing red eyes and a giant moustache. Creepy. And recently, at the start of 2020, several cities in Brazil held Sonic movie-themed marathons, complete with their own mascot and incredible prizes for the participants, such as this amazing-looking medal, which I'd still like to get my hands on! If anyone can help me out with that. And then there's the other stuff which I've not really covered yet, such as thousands of people dressed as Sonic for one of the Rio Carnivals a few years ago, and the major Sonic-themed attraction that toured several Comic-Cons in Brazil to help promote the Sonic movie in 2019. Brazil loves Sonic. And it seems that they're at it again. They've only gone and built their own Sonic the Hedgehog themed adventure playground. So, this is a thing that exists. It seems that for Sonic's 30th anniversary, a large shopping mall in Brazil has opened a rather large Sonic-themed adventure playground. And it's... well, let's take a closer look at it, because I honestly do like this, and I do indeed think it's quite cool, but there are a few eyebrow-raising things if we look at it a little critically. So a huge thank you to PVic on Twitter for bringing this to my attention, and if you have anything which might make for good future episodes, feel free to tag me into any fun stories or discoveries. Anyway, the Sonic-themed adventure park hasn't been open for very long. In fact, there's not many photos or video of it online at the time of me recording this, but from what does exist, we can get a pretty good idea of what you can actually do in this place, as well as how good it actually is. So the big thing which is a little bit strange is that this park isn't just themed on either classic or modern Sonic, but it's in fact a mixture of the two. For starters, the park is simply named Sonic, and it's using the modern Sonic font. But around the exterior, there are large cutouts of Sonic and Eggman in their classic design. I've seen large cutouts like this before at a few Western conventions, and in person, these things are really cool to see. I also spotted a large Tails cutout hiding behind a tree, and what appears to be a modern Sonic design. But when you actually look at this other photo, you can see that it appears to be based on Sonic X, which just blows my mind to see Sonic X back at something in 2021. But the thing I love more than anything about this park are the little bits of theming that they've included everywhere. I mean, look at this! There are ring item boxes scattered around all over the place, and it actually looks like you can stand and sit on them. Outside of the area, there's a few Green Hill Zone inspired totem poles, and they look really cool. The spike traps on top of these tube slides. They've also tried to incorporate some of the rock obstacles in this tunnel near the back of the area. You can find these in the Green Hill Zone, you know, those purple things? And there's a small obstacle light course in the centre of the area. I like how there's some giant golden rings so you can run through it and feel like you're going through a warp ring to the special zone. Nice little touch there. So when I looked closely at the photos that do exist, I noticed a few of the smaller details. In one corner, there's a smaller play area for younger children, and in the back there's what appears to be a trampoline. But more curiously, there also appears to be some kind of arcade cabinet close to the entrance. You can just make out the joysticks and buttons, as well as two item boxes which are clearly to be used as chairs when you're actually playing this game. Unfortunately, I've no idea what this machine actually is, or what you can actually do on it, if indeed it is an arcade cabinet. But it's there, who knows, maybe we'll find out what it is one day. So some of you might be thinking, man, I wish I had this when I was a kid so I could play on this and pretend that I was Sonic. Well, my friends, according to the description on the shopping mall's website, this is for adults too! Yeah, this is indeed true. According to the description on the mall's website, anyone of any age can come along and actually enjoy the Sonic Adventure Playground. There's just a couple of restrictions on the small play area and the trampoline. In fact, the only major restriction I could find is that people with an infectious or contagious disease are not allowed in the area. But otherwise, go nuts people, regardless of your age. Yeah, I can't imagine there being any problems with that. So now, if we're being a little bit critical here, there is a lot we could say about this, like how it's just a little bit jarring how it's a mix of modern and classic Sonic designs, as well as how Sonic X Sonic just randomly turned up and was hanging out in there. You can really see why Sega has such strict mandates on a lot of things. But honestly, for a short stay attraction, it's not that bad. I mean, if I was still a kid, oh wait, because adults can use this, if I were to go to this, you can bet I'd love to feel like Sonic as I went through those Green Hill themed tube slides. Oh, don't you look at me like that. You know that you watching this now, that you listening to this right now, you'd also imagine yourself being Sonic as he goes through those tubes in the Green Hill Zone. Don't even try to pretend it wouldn't cross your mind if you went into this and went down those Green Hill themed tube slides. So attractions like this tend to pop up all the time, like the Norwich Fortnite Live Festival, which promised to make fans of Fortnite feel like they were actually in a game of Fortnite, which ended up being a truck trailer in the middle of a field. No, really, the picture that you're looking at was it. I wonder if Epic Games sued. Oh, they did. So stuff like this tends to pop up from time to time. Sometimes it's official, sometimes it's unofficial, and most of the time it's quite terrible. But with this thing, they have clearly tried. Okay, so they're clearly within a budget, they're clearly having to abide by COVID restrictions, hence why all the staff have face shields on, and there's lots of wider open spaces for some social distancing. But they've clearly made more than some efforts to try and make this a decent experience, and for that they do deserve praise, even if it is a tad messy in places, what with the cross of classic and modern Sonic here and there. But if you happen to be in Brazil and want to take a look at it, or even have a go in the park, it costs 30 Brazilian real to enter, which is around £4 or $6. And you get to enjoy the park for 30 minutes. After that, you'll be charged another 10 real for an additional 15 minutes. So it's currently open to both children, and I honestly can't believe I'm saying this, and adults at the Vila Velha shopping mall. I wouldn't imagine that this is a permanent thing, it's probably only going to remain for a few months, but it's a nice way to start Sonic's 30th anniversary in Brazil if you happen to be in that area. So, let's pretend that there isn't a big scary virus out there, and you're not stuck in a tier 4 lockdown. Like everyone is at Badnik's house! Would you want to play in the Sonic Adventure Playground? Let me know in the comments. And if you have a fun Sonic related themed news story, or something which you think I should cover on this channel, feel free to let me know in the comments or tag me into it on Twitter. And don't forget to leave a like on this video, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.